Hello everyone, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. I'm so excited about this game. I played the first episode of this graphic novel. I'll show you. I played it. Don't touch a cat unless the cat. October 24th, 2020. The second episode is available, and they are officially working on the rest of the series, and I'm so excited. Your choices matter, which I think is really awesome. It is currently available on Steam right now, and when you get this game, it will automatically update when the new episodes drop. So I'm so glad that I got this game. I'm so looking forward to playing through the entire thing. Now, I looked up on my old playthrough, my playthrough of episode 1, I looked through and I had picked Street Smart and Keen Eye. Now, I'm going to keep Keen Eye, but I'm going to talk to animals. This is a new one. I want to talk to Stella's dog and Frou Frou the cat. I want to talk to them. You might recognize this. This is from episode 1. When you get the game, you have to play through episode 1 before you can play episode 2. It's like if you've played through episode 1 already, it doesn't like link up and you instantly dive into episode 2. I'm going to play through episode 1 again. If there's any major changes, like the opportunity to talk to animals comes up, I will show that, but I'm going to play through it really quick. I'm going to try to keep the same choices, but they might be a little bit different. I'm going to approach Frou Frou. Look, you Frou Frou! No. Ne me parles pas? Wait. Is she French? Sorry, I don't speak French. I'm sorry, little lady. Je ne parle pas français. Oh! Okay, Frou Frou has a French accent, everyone. Get ready. It's gonna be a horrible French accent, but it's a French accent. Of course. How typically American. I shall debase myself by speaking your tongue, but only so that I may insult you directly to your face, you uncultured swine. Haha, very funny. Her name sounds French. Stop wasting my time and let's finish the tour. We have another chance to talk to Frou Frou. Ooh! Frou Frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Do you like living here? Can you tell me about Tabitha? Can you tell me about my aunt? Do you like living here? So do you like living here? I despise small talk. Can you tell me about What can you tell me about my cousin? This is the first time I've met her. Spare me your life story. Tabitha at least knows not to bother me. Can you tell me about my aunt? I never knew my aunt. She's dead. I don't waste my time on corpses. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hand. Frou Frou lunges at your hand and bites you hard. You back away. My life's mission is to befriend Frou Frou. Does the possum talk? Afraid. Put clothes on. Put clothes on top of possum. I know hurts. Afraid. I'm Melody. Dustin. Fashion your clothes into a nest. I got an achievement. You poor thing, you look cold in there. You gently lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. Dustin closes his mouth, somewhat more at ease than before, and looks up at you with his shiny black eyes. I'm not emotionally ready for this. Human is kind to Dustin. Dustin will remember this. You close the door, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. I love Dustin. I will fight to the death to protect Dustin. Gretchen's talking to me. Gretchen is talking to me. Why, I do declare, who is this gorgeous stranger? And why does she smell of peanut butter? It's the voice of Gretchen. Don't argue. My oh my. I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Melody. Alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a southern belle when she talks. Haha, yeah, of course you're joking. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. I'm scared. Oh. Oh no. Oh. A dear, let me at him. How dare he infringe upon my dearest Stella's personal space? Let me at him. Oh my. It seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must she think of me? Oh, pain. It's all pain. You know what? Maybe I regret getting the option. It's a curse. You know what? I understand why it's a curse. Oh. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird doesn't smell right. Oh, I hate this. This is so sad. Why am I alive? Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Okay, I'm going to change what I decided to do. I decided to go home and talk to Tabitha, but I think I'm gonna stay with her. Thanks for the offer. I'm terrified of being alone tonight. Yeah, no kidding. I can't say I was looking forward to it myself. It doesn't take long. Slumber party! It doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. It's so exciting to have a guest. I can't remember the last time we've had company. Make yourself at home. You didn't have to do all this. What did you make of all this? Who's that guy outside of Sybil's? You didn't have to do all this. You know you didn't have to do all this, right? You don't have to worry about that. I'm glad the guest room is finally getting some use. Who's that guy outside of Sybil's? I've never been snuck up on like that before. Wayne? I haven't really gotten to know the guy. I think he works in the mine. It might be worth looking into him. What do you make of all this? Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures are out there, and Duke is dead. I know that some of the things Sybil said were a little wild, but if she is right, and they are an omen, maybe we can change things and stop whatever's brought them here before it happens. Couldn't hurt to poke around town. I have the time. Agreed. Alright, I'm gonna hit the hay. I think I'm gonna go pass out. Get some rest, Melody. I'll see you in the morning. I'm on the verge of passing out myself. What an exciting, terrible day. As you settle into your room, the thought of trying to reach Tabitha one last time before bed crosses your mind. Call her. You pull out your phone and call. It rings for a moment before she picks up. Where the hell have you been? I called you back. I texted you. I called you back as soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Hang up on her. Oh my word. Do you know someone named Wayne? I have no idea what you're talking about. I watched a man die tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids and it ended with us watching a man die. So you met Stella then. Ugh. That explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll collect you tomorrow. Collect me? From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new friend. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. From behind closed doors, you can faintly hear the sounds of quiet sobs. I would cry too. You watch somebody die. That's traumatizing. It's a lot to handle. This looks beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is. Is that blood on the floor? Alpacas! Ooh! This is creepy. The mines. There's a secret in the mines. I think there's a dark secret with the mines. And definitely something in that house. Something's going on in the... Oh, I just saw that. Why are there so many locks on that door? And scratches? Are there scratches? So now we dive into episode 2. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Look at the little Gretchen stand. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond, and you wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember Duke slumped against the tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. A knock at the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Where the hell is Melody? Oh, hey, Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Quietly hide under your covers. This is what I would do. Hey, people are trying to sleep in here. Saunter out half clothed. Oh, there's a part of me that really wants to saunter out half clothed, but I'm gonna finish getting dressed. You calmly collect yourself while Tabitha fumes outside your door. Are you sure you don't want to visit for a bit? You don't have to run around being the big boss this week of all weeks. You should let yourself. I'm fine, thanks. Melody, I know you're here. Where the hell are you hiding? Melody isn't here right now. Let her stew for a bit. I'll walk out and greet them. Now sufficiently prepared to greet other civilized humans, you open the door and join them in the living area. I love her t-shirts. Oh, Gretchen. Oh, our house is so cute. This is so cute. Okay. Gretchen excitedly looks at you and wiggles her tail. I've simply must say what a joy it is to see you are finally up. I do hope you're well rested and that you don't mind our most unfortunate guest. Morning. How'd you sleep? Tabitha's so pissed. What exactly did you two get up to last night? We went up to the woods to film a video. No, not that part. The cops called this morning and told me all about that. They did? What'd they say? Did they find Duke? They didn't find a body, if that's what you're asking, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Melody. Ugh, don't worry. I told them you were an upstanding citizen. You should remember that kindness the next time you think about blowing me off to spend the night with a stranger. Hey, don't be so hard on Melody. I asked her to crash here. And look, I don't care what the cops think, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Melody walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, alright. You're not going to let her treat my dearest Stella like that, are you, Melody? Stella stays. This is Stella's house. Why are you bossing her around? Sorry, Stella, but I should probably talk to Tabitha in private. Quietly let Stella leave. This is Stella's house. Why are you bossing her around? Come on, Tabby. No berating guests in the Richmond household. Whatever. I don't really care if you're here for this. You've been in town for less than a day and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever. That checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. I can't promise that. You can't run off as soon as I get here and hold me to a different standard. Don't expect me to respect your timeline if you can't respect mine. There's a difference between my duties and your impulses, Melody. Don't do anything reckless while I'm at work. I'll see you back at the estate tonight. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? Tabitha sighs. You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. She's zooming. Hey, you good? Sorry about Tabby. She totally blindsided me. Oh my god, I can't believe you had to hear that. You shouldn't let Tabitha treat you like that. There's nothing you could have done to stop her. I think she means well. I'm good, but how are you? That was a little tense. Please warn me the next time my cousin's out for blood. I'm good, but how are you? That was a little tense. I think we're in the same boat. I probably should have known Tabby would have been stressed about you spending the night here, but I haven't seen her in a while. I didn't think she'd actually come all the way down here. It sucks that this was probably the longest interaction I've had with her since high school. Anyways, sorry for that rude awakening. I'd been up for a little while, but was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. A full day ahead of us? That sounds like it's walking time to me. I love Gretchen more than anything. Wait, hold up. Why are you so chipper? All right, boss, that's the game plan. I went to ask the other minors about Wayne. Wait, do we have to look into this stuff? What if we just skip town and ride things out? Yeah, let's run away together. Wait, hold up. Why are you so chipper? You shouldn't be okay right now. I guess I'm just pretty good at compartmentalizing things. Man, I wish I was. What happened out in the woods last night was horrific, but right now we have something important to focus on. I'll have time to process what happened to Duke when we get to the bottom of things. You shouldn't just bury your feelings like that. That's how she's dealing with it. I don't want to tell her how she should be feeling. I don't want to judge her for how she's dealing with it. All right, boss, what's the game plan? Oh, don't call me boss. We're partners in this. But first things first, I was hoping to swing by the library. Kanika's got a head start on us. It looks like she's already there. Oh, that reminds me. Let me set up a group chat. What's your number? You and Stella exchange numbers. A text message from Stella to you and Kanika. It reads group chat. Hopefully we can find out more about the Ditchlings from some of the older local books there. I've also got a couple of threads cooking on my cryptid forum, but who knows if that'll pan out. Anyways, daylight's burning, so let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. Can I eat first? I would just be ready to go to town. We can eat later. The walk to town was short. Oh look, Sybil and Avery. The walk to town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. I cannot stop thinking about Stars Hollow. Is it Stars Hollow? Oh my word, wait. It's Stars Hollow. Yeah. This town is just like Stars Hollow. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill in the morning air and the all too present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Oh, right here? But there's a sign with the books. Okay. Well, it's also the Town Hall. But that's just the small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town's not what it used to be. That and our mayor's really into going on walks. Is their mayor a dog? Imagine if their mayor's a dog. I'm reading into this. Maybe I'm reading into it. I don't know. I think there's actually going to be a meet and greet later this week. Could be just the pick-me-up we need with everything that's been going on. Stella may be fond of him, but I certainly didn't vote for that beast. Now, wait just a second. You think to yourself, really likes going on walks, Gretchen calling him a beast? There's no way. He is a human, right? Ha! Oh! Oh, hey! Hey, Avery! Hey, Sybil! Morning, Stella. And same to you, Melody. Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. Coming from Stella's, huh? Did y'all have a slumber party? Look at the wink. He knows. Sorry, y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop to chat. It'll take me a bit to set up. If you want to catch up with folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done. Oh, sure, I'll see you in a bit. Not getting an early start seems important. Oh, sure. See you in a bit, Stella. Cool, see you soon. I want to, meet people and ask questions. Oh, she always has time to chat. Is she feeling okay? Oh, Stella and Melody just got up to a bit of trouble last night, that's all. You can't just drop something like that and leave me hanging. What happened, Melody? Tell Avery the whole truth. Duke got hurt. Nothing really happened. I'm traumatized and I'm not ready to talk about it. Geez, nosy much? I hardly know you. Tell Avery the whole truth. Maybe he has, a point of view. I don't know. Maybe he'll have an opinion? Or maybe he'll keep his ears open at the diner. If he hears anything, he'll, call Stella and be like, hey, I have information. He can be our... What's the word? Informant. Stella and I went into the woods to try and find a skunk ape, but we ran into something way worse. Actual monsters. Sybil said that they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, they killed Duke and have been mutilating the local wildlife. Whoa, slow down. Duke is dead? It's true, I'm afraid. That's awful. Has anyone told Beau? Yes, he's taking it well as you can imagine. I'll be going up to check in on him today. The poor lad. I can't believe you had to see that, Melody. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner when he can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chenga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Melody. See ya, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. confidant. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Thanks, Sybil. What? Wait, do you know anything else about ditchlings? Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that a man died? What is wrong with people here? Why doesn't anyone in this town, that the woods are full of monsters? Wait, do you know anything else about ditchlings? I know you said you didn't know much beyond those stories, but I'm afraid that's still true. But I'm sure you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe and God bless. Stella said you had some time to kill before she finished setting up. Swing by the diner, swing by the general store. Swing by the general store. Oh, this is your first time in the general store in the light of day. Oh wow, look at how cute this place is! Authentic rocks. I live in Virginia, so this being based in North Carolina is really, really cool. And my sister-in-law and my brother live there, so. Snackin' morsels. Assorted minerals. Pulled from the Scarlet line. Fresh pickles. This is where I would be. I'd be like, holy crap, I want some crystals. Look, those geodes look huge. Really into crystals. I have this point of selenite. I have this big chunk of carnelian. I love so much. This looks like honey, probably. I don't know who this is. He's straight chilling though. A young man sits at a table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. You should leave town, there are monsters in the woods. Hi, Melody. If I wanted to buy chips or something, do I talk to you? What you doing on your phone? Hi, I'm Melody. I just got into town yesterday. Yeah, I know. Mom told me. What's your name? Miles. Okay. I wouldn't ask what he's doing on his phone. That's personal. If I wanted to buy chips, if I wanted to buy something here, do I talk to you or Miles size? I guess, yeah. Kanika decided to skip work today. Of course, whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips. I don't care. I'm paying for, wouldn't that be stealing? Won't Kanika get mad? I'm paying for my chips. I insist. I'm not ringing you up. Take them or leave them. I'm not about to turn down free stuff. But wouldn't that be stealing? If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. I'm guessing he's her little brother. She inherited the store, and I don't want to keep getting suckered into working here just because I'm her brother. Why am I see keen eye. I read things. I read and then I also read. Okay, I'm done. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyway. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm gonna tell Kanika about that. I'm not gonna steal. I'm not going to steal. Have it your way. See ya, Miles. Miles doesn't respond as you turn and leave the general store. Just browsing. Okay, let's go by the diner. Talk to Avery. Look at him. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Warn the patrons of the danger. I don't think they'd listen to me. That's why I'm not saying anything. Coffee date. Am I on a date? You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Why am I reading? I literally feel like I'm reading this as if I'm playing Resi 4. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie recitals? Up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes? Wait, pen, like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. When he leaves, Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, what the hell happened last night? You can tell me. I won't judge. There's a flirt option. Ooh. But I'm gonna try the tea first. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. What the hell is in this tea? Politely put the tea down and never pick it back up. It tastes healthy. Take another sip. Politely put the... Yep. Never intending to pick it back up, but nobody needs to know that. I probably should have warned you about the tea. Chaga does not mess around. Chaga? I don't know. It's a fungus harvested from local birch trees. It's supposed to be super healthy for you, and it sure tastes like it. It's a challenging drink. What if you don't believe me? I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen. I guess we could chat about last night, but I actually came here because I wanted to get to know you. I don't want to flirt with anyone. I mean, I do. I want to flirt with Stella. Okay, there, I said it. I love Stella. But Avery's great. I love him. I'll tell him. You spill the beans. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. Now that I think about it, when the cops came in for their morning coffee, they mentioned something about going to the woods to look for someone. It must have been Duke. They seemed so disconnected from it. I figured it couldn't be very serious, but wow. What if the cops are in on it? They seem weirdly suspicious of me. I'm sure they've seen worse. Small town cops not knowing how to do their jobs sounds about right. They seem weirdly suspicious to me. Of me. I don't get it. They saw Stella's footage. They saw what happened out there, but it feels like so far all they've done is hound me. Hey, I don't know if it'll help your anxiety, but even if they think you did something, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't bother going after you. Those cops come in here every day, and I feel like I know them pretty well by now. And let me tell you, they have no follow-through. I can't tell you the number of complaints they've just dropped after a day or two. And I'll vouch for you if they try anything. I haven't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? You regret moving here? You should get out of here before things get worse. You should get out of here and take me with you. Let me know if you happen across any leads. I haven't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of. Why'd you leave Charlotte? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, that's cool. I was having some lifestyle issues with my folks, which wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. I get it. I've felt out of place the whole time I've been here. I haven't felt like an outsider at all. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. You regret moving here? Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Stella really talked up your party yesterday. I don't think she'd have done that if she didn't think you were really a part of the town. It could be that you're getting in your head about fitting in. Hey, you know, thanks. I hadn't actually thought about it like that. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. You should get out of here before things get any worse. Being protective of him. Let me know if you happen across any leads. I don't know which one I want to do. I think I want to be protective of him. If you have a car, drive away. There's no way I could get Aunt Winnie to leave, and I'm not going anywhere without her. Not after everything she's done for me. True. Even if there are monsters in the hills. I'd rather face whatever's coming head on than start someplace new without my family. Oh man, it looks like my shift's starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. Maybe the Shaga's had a chance to start working its magic. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving you a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. Let's head to the library. Reading adventure! There's a kids! What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. You feel comfortable here, reminded of childhood trips taken to the library with your long-suffering mother, of sitting down with a stack of picture books and young readers for entire afternoons while she ran errands. Oh hey, you made it! Show Stella and point at all the books before heading over to her table. Settle in with Stella and Kanika. You head over to their table and settle in. Was that cheese? Of all things that I could think is on this plate is cheese. Glad you found the place. Hey Melody, you look tired. She is absolutely beautiful. Look at her hair and her outfit. Gretchen, you can't just tell someone they look tired. It was hard to fall asleep last night, all things considered. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm pretty amped, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Kanika, you can't just tell someone they look tired. All things considered. Yeah, it's pretty hard. With all of those dreadful creatures in every nook and corner, it's a wonder you got even a wink. I can't say I got a wink myself. Yeah, same. Her makeup looks great. Okay, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with you. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Hey there,
Stranger.
and literal.
Stranger.
Introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Melody, Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You looked so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. That Scarlet resemblance is strong. I'm Oscar Gutierrez. Gutierrez. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she didn't come home last night, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. I wouldn't say that in front of him. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. That's what I thought this was. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. Should I say this? I don't want to like scare him, you know what I mean? But like, I am worried. And I don't know if he'll believe. I'm sure she's fine. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Or is that so? Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? They're a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like if a Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. How can anyone be taken seriously when you say things like that, Stella? Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings. Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay. If you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Stuff with the mines. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. You don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Well, ain't you the sweetest thing on two legs? I love her. Gretchen inhales a soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. A man's already dead. It's nothing that we can't get to the bottom of. It's brutalizing local wildlife. Get out while you still can. A man's already dead. I'd say it's plenty reasonable to play it safe. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Melody, if you see a 13-year-old girl with black braids and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this party started. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. I'll be doing most of my research online. You never know what kind of weird biases the folks writing these books might have. She's right. Whatever you find online might be biased too, you know. That's true. Which is why we cross-reference things. Yeah, you're right. It's good to cast a wide net. Guess the books are up to me and Melody. I love her little stickers on her laptop. Reading awaits. Flip through Veins of Scarlet, A History of Scarlet Hollow Coal Mines. Soldier, Appalachian Folk Monsters. Readings for suckers. Like, readings for suckers. This one. Ooh. Lots of reading. Okay. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons, to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mines prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1889, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the death of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlett's eldest son, Theodore, who had taken over for his aging father during the bustle of the war. His brother, Enoch V. Scarlet, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Yikes. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. Excuse me? He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the Army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10, Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what could and bought the surrounding hillside. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Here we go. A few entries catch your eye. Ooh. 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 Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus Cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and, by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of the region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wildcat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of the village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Yikes. Tommyknockers. Enigmatic cave-dwelling creatures primarily known for causing mischief. Ooh. Originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States, when Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian mines. They're named for knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. Ooh. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, and some claim they are the spirit of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. They're small creature with long tail and wide yellow eyes. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. A small creature had gotten into the cabin. through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, and it ran back through its hidey hole. I love hidey hole. That word is my life. And out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. "Guess this'll have to do," he said to the dog, and threw the tail in the pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw two big yellow eyes staring at him. "I want my talipo," a high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away," he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hardwood accompanying its movements. "I want my talipo." I don't know if I'm saying that right. The creature growled again. "I'll get my dog after you," the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. "I want my talipo." Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. Ew! "You're done here." Ooh, you close the book and put it back. "I think I'm all done. Let's check in." Okay, what did we learn? Oh, some of the scones are gone. Blech. All right, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. "Oh, hey, Pixel! I love you!" You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Oh, I have an all-black cat. This is so cute. "Pixel, my dear friend, it's been too long. How have you been?" Why did that... Stop! "Hungry. Did Stella bring the good stuff?" "Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats." "Oh yeah, snack time. Crunch, crunch." Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. That is just cats for you. "Hey, Pixel, what do you think about the monsters we saw in the woods? Why do you let Paper Shredder freely wander around the library?" "I'm an indoor cat. I don't know nothing about no woods. I just hang out in the library, especially now that our house got haunted." Pixel says your house is haunted. Wait, your house is haunted? Wait, your house is haunted? They are freaking out. What? "Hey, how'd you know?" What? I don't know, I just got that vibe. "We've been living in the library for a little bit. It's been great. Way more snacks. Way more scritches. Crepes sometimes. Except sometimes there's too much scritches. Scritches. Hold up, what kind of haunting are we talking about? Unexplained noises, objects appearing in strange and unfamiliar places?" Aw, Oscar, don't get her hopes up like that. Nothing like that. The floor in my bedroom just keeps seeping blood, and I've seen a strange figure in the hallway a couple of times. Seeping blood? Wait, you've seen a full body apparition? Can I see it? Stella, it's probably just a dirty pipe or something. But What if it's a ghost? I'm so glad my voice did that just now. It's worth looking into. It's totally a ghost. Let's go bust it. Y'all are more than welcome to check it out. Maybe tomorrow night? Yes, we'll be there. Yeah, that sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. Can't wait to get spooked by some creepy pipes. Creaky. I'm gonna leave Pixel be. Is he curling his feetsies? The cat curls up on the table fast asleep. I want to see if his feetsies. Look right here when this box goes away. I want to see if feetsies are curled under. All right, I better get back to Shelby and let me know if you need anything. He's love. Any luck with Rosalina? Stella, what was it you were saying about nuclear incidents? Do you think there's a cult here? Ooh. What were you saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about the Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah. Apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up mid-air and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the 2 bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch that failed to trigger on the descent. Yikes. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right, it's conventional explosive degenerated in midair. Most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. I'm sorry. Did you say... Oh, I just pulled out my earphone. I'm sorry. Did you say they buried it? Do y'all need something dug up? Because if so, I'm your gal. If the bomb is somewhere else, why are there so... Oh my god. Oh god, we're screwed. Yeah, I don't think... If the bomb is somewhere else, why would there be so many ditch lanes here? Yeah, Goldsboro is almost 400 miles from here. Not that we should be looking too hard at the disaster angle. Whatever those creatures are, they're biological. Look, you never know with radiation. She is right. Well, we actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I love Stella. I've missed this. Any luck with Rosalina? Do you think that... I want to talk about... let's talk about this. All of those stories are about revenge. Could be mountain lions. I think Wayne is a Tommy knocker. My mom used to tell me that. Totally forgotten about it. All those stories were about revenge. Huh. I guess it's a popular subject for myths and urban legends. They do sound like they could be... Wampus cats kind of sound like they could be mountain lions. Voiced like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. Oh, Stella, one of these days, you'll trust me. You'll trust us. Oh, did Gretchen say that? I missed the opportunity to say that in her voice. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal, sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank, then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out, and now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real and literally eat it. I promise. I'm holding you to that. Stella, there was literally a mountain lion in the ditch lane nest last night. What? No way. Let me check the footage real quick. Oh, well, there aren't any alive ones in these parts. I guess that's the best we'll be able to do for her. My mom used to tell me that Tailipo story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Tailipo, the one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Tailipo. I've camped out there a couple times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I saw that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Do you think Disneyland are tommyknockers? With the whole warning thing. Good thought, but if tommyknockers live in mines, that's like their whole thing. I'm gonna write that down though. Look at this little picture she drew. Tommyknockers just literally sounds that are literally just sounds that happen when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Are they? Or are they the sound of mysterious creatures pounding on the rocks and support beams with hammers to cause a collapse? There is simply no way to know. Let's move on. There's so much to talk about. Rosalina. So, Silas Scarlet. What a revisionist biography. Rich guy in the South, I should have known it wouldn't be pretty. You know what? That is very much what I would say. I guess he was a product of a different time. Who knows what future generations will think when they look back on us. Seems like a great dude. Ugh. Do you think ditchlings are here for retribution? I get it. That must be one of those burial ground situations, right? Like a poltergeist? This town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing into itself, no offense. He's like a terrible person, but I don't think he's really relevant to what's happening here right now. Rich guy in the South. Yeesh, I figured old money from the South wouldn't be great, but he sure did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject. Yep, dude was a monster. The mines made a lot of money during the Civil War too. And you can probably guess which side a North Carolinian business owner would be working for. Sorry you're related to him. Do you think the ditchlings are here for retribution? That seems tenuous. Assuming Kanika's mom is right, they're here as an omen, not because they're going to do something themselves. And I think we know how I feel on the matter. Talk about veins of Scarlet. So about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. I love her. What happened in the mine collapse? I think maybe the ditchlings are here to foretell another collapse. The ditchlings are coming from the mines. What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. I'm not sure how they tie in, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. Gotta do something else. A union busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Call me shocked. What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything, I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town on a rail, you know. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, Back then they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it mural over on the far wall. He got off easy, if you ask me. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what the sculptor out front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in Scarlet Hall learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there, probably to try and show us how good we have it or whatever. Low bar, if you ask me. You know, that could be what the Ditchlings are warning us about, another collapse. Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with that kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? Haha, no, I don't think so. Phew, had me worried there for a sec. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, a horrible thought. You never know. There's something toxic in the mines. Wayne seems sick. That creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea room. He snuck up on us last night and called out Melody by name. There's definitely something wrong with him, yeah. Maybe there's some sort of parasite down in the mines. Maybe it infected Wayne. And maybe Wayne infected the local wildlife. Huh, yeah, that could work. Do you think there's a cult here? Ooh. Maybe the Ditchlings were summoned? The cops were awfully suspicious, almost like they were trying to cover something up. We're actually nudists doing some sort of weird ritual. Absolutely not. Really weird combination of being dismissive and trying to pin things on me. I don't know, it just feels like a cover-up. Yeah, that was pretty bad, but I'm not sure they really have it in them to be part of a cult. Definitely. I don't think they're capable of putting in the effort. Any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I did not know who Rosalina was. I forgot, and we're asking him. I'm a horrible person. Not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on her usual haunts. I think we should head back to the woods. Why don't we just help? Oh, we could help look for Rosalina. What do y'all think? I would ask them, what do they think? Mine stuff. Maybe that should be our next stop. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Oh my word, she's literally that meme. Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks, we're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what's wrong with Wayne while we're at it. For the record, this wasn't my idea. Do we have to? It seems like a lot of work. I'm sure Tabitha's going to love that we're snooping around. Let's try to stay under the radar. Let's do our best to stay under the radar. I'm already in hot enough water with Tabitha as is. It sounds like a good idea. We'll be super sneaky, I promise. I can even keep lookout. Look at us, going out on a caper together. You missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Melody. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. All right, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Is there an option to date Kanika? Girl, you are a queen. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies too. Oh, shh. Not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyways. Oh no. Poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten a chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Melody would get along super well too. Hi, I'm Melody, Vivian's kid. Stella, if Reese is that sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on adventures. Yeah, nothing strenuous here at all. Vivian's kid? I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Look at her bat belt! Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Melody. That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. She might cheer him up. You know they have those therapy dogs in No dogs. Why, never. The absolute gall. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. God, that woman makes me so nervous. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry, I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool, I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Melody. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Oh no! Why not just drive up with Kanika? Aren't the mines a bit of a ways off? Don't worry about it, Melody. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than two people. Okay, I'm getting the vibe that, did Stella's parents die in a car accident? My queens. Who am I going to take this opportunity to flirt with? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But I'll walk with Stella. Into the woods again. We'll meet you there. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with us. With Gretchen and me, I mean. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is that I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking that it might have been my fault. If only I dived for that flashlight. If only I didn't drag you along into the woods. Stella, whatever happened last night, you did nothing wrong. I just wish she could understand that she's such a good girl. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt boiling under my skin. The only way I can process what happened is by turning off the part of me that feels things. When I'm around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying as just a thing that happened. Like it's just a part of another video. Because if I actually admit to other people that I feel something, that I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. Of course it's not your fault. That's so mean. I wouldn't say that. You were so cool and collected this morning. What happened? What happened. We can move forward together. Of course it's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. It's my fault. It's Gretchen's fault. It's Tabitha's fault. It's nobody's fault. You and Gretchen have gone into these woods at night dozens of times by yourselves, and nothing like this has happened before. How could you have known? Thanks, Melody. I think I needed to hear that. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, with you, Stella, and Gretchen all whirling around to face this source of the sound. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! A bird! Let me at it! I can get it!
Back off, dog. This is my stick.
Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. The same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're all a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much further. I thought the dog was gonna fall in the hole. I got scared. She's so badass. I love her. Kanika casually leans against the van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? Look. I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. What can I say? I thrive in the limelight. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? That's a good question. You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I take it I'm the one going in. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. I'm not sneaking around. I take it I'm the one going in. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Melody. Of course. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. I've got this. Ooh. You'll do great. Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if she's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Huh, thanks. I've missed this too. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone in the entrance of the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey, can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. You're loud and clear. Won't people notice I've got earbuds on? Nope, can't hear you, sorry. Something. You chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the work site. Oh, you pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property. I'm in. Alright, Morpheus, good to know. Approach the nearest group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and a long-haired older man. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason for bothering us? Hi, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Seen anything weird lately? Don't know anything about a guy named Wayne. Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. I met him last night. Past tense. Good question. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, Well, I guess he ain't. And he hasn't even skipped town, huh? A pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. What a relief. I thought something awful happened to the poor guy. Preston, what did you think happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? Just tell me what happened. Yeah, I'm a cop, and I'm looking into whatever happened to Wayne. Wouldn't this be, like, really bad to impersonate a cop? They're gonna ask for my, ID. Just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Hey, Zax, come on. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. Sorry. Miners pack up their things and leave. Maybe it was just me, but they seemed to think Wayne was dead, right? It wasn't just you. Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. You head over to the next group of miners. A flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There's something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it. Oh, what is that? You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Run, your buddies seem to think you're dead. Why are you following me? Do you need help? Why are you following me? Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Melody, you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Wayne got the jump on me. Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week. I wonder why. That I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. The thick plottins. I'm not about to back down. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Melody. We've got your back. Girl power. Find the other miners. Rodriguez. Hey there, can we help you with something? See anything out of the ordinary lately? Like what? People getting sick, knocking in the mines. People getting sick. Have people been getting sick? You a health inspector or something? The boss looks out for our health. Weird animal sightings? Don't tend to go on many hikes, not exactly the nature seeing type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed. Maybe a few beers in between. Odd noises in the woods? I heard something a few nights ago. Like nothing I've ever heard, some unearthly beast. I'm telling you, Isaacs, you need a sick day. You need rest, man. Oh, this is Isaacs? Yeah, that's what his name tag says. I've already taken a sick day this year. Can't afford to take any more if I want to have Christmas off. Tabitha. It can't be that bad here, right? Knocking in the mines. Not that I've heard. Can't hear shit down there with the machines and men working. My dad used to work these mines before they brought in the continuous miner, the big machine that is. He told me stories about something that sounded like someone was pounding on the walls. No offense, Isaacs, but your daddy had a few screws loose. Rodriguez. He was a fine man. That's all on that front. Thanks. Anything else? What do you guys think of Tabitha? Do you guys know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? He's been following me. I saw him just now. I heard he went missing. He's been following me. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? The name was on his jacket, just like yours. That's what the folks at the general store have been calling him. Just like yours says Smith. So do all of our jackets, but if I switch with Isaac's, that don't make me Isaac's. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. You really think he's running around town creeping on strangers and ignoring his friends and coworkers? Seems more likely to me that somebody took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes. The miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. This is messed up. But who would do something like that? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Yikes, do you think... No way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. What do you guys think of Tabitha? Now, why would you go and ask a question like that? You trying to insinuate something? Horrible woman. Now, fellas, let's not go besmirching the fine, gentle lady. If Smith is right, she's got a lot to answer for. Alright, fellas, I think we better cool it and get back to work before any of us say something we regret. You're probably right. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a heads up if Tabitha comes out. I'm gonna talk to him. Brave. Good luck. Nosy Nancy. Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh ho ho, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, you seen him around? What's that young buck up to? What do you think he's been up to? What's he been up to? He's been following me. I think he's been in a slasher movie, but in real life, I think he might have been murdered and someone going around wearing his bloody clothes and pretending to be him. I heard some of the other folks in camp, that he had a nasty spat with an ex. And disappeared not long after. Ha! You mean the boss? Far as I know, that never ended. Stella audibly gasps. Yeah, I figured he just ran off to live in that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross! As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. I love Tate. But I suppose this begs the question. Did she run him off? Or did some jealous son of a bitch oust him? Are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. Dang, I figured that's what they were getting at. But it's weird to hear it out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of strange stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? People getting sick. I mean, some of the older miners, sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. Weird animal sightings. A raccoon with a big old tumor last week spooked me something awful. That's nature for you, not always pretty. That wasn't a tumor, it was an egg. Leave it at that. Noises from the woods. All the time, howling, screaming, all sorts of fiendish caterwailing. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be, might not be, but I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell you. I saw what made that noise. Your friend is right. It was probably a bobcat and mountain lion. I saw what made that noise. Pale, hairless, and horribly misshapen with little twisted up faces. A look of I don't know what that word is in their eyes. I never heard of anything like that up here. Damn. That almost sounds like a ditchling. My grandma used to tell me stories about them when I was a little kid. I guess it's not just my mom. Knocking in the mines. We heard the Tommy knockers. Of course we have. We're old timers. All of us who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommy knockers. What a nuisance. Always stealing my hammers. It's true. Had a pickaxe stolen too. And when you heard knocking coming from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what to do for my next video. You better not be thinking of going into those old mine shafts alone. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm going to wind up going down there with you, aren't I? God, I love how self-aware Kanika is. That's all on that front. Sure. What do you think of Tabitha? Two men, uncomfortable shift for a moment. Not the kindliest woman I've ever met. She runs the place all right. Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off lately. Keep going around saying that and see how long until you're one of them boys. All I have to say is a mine that's doing well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason. I'm not so sure any of us are gonna have jobs in a few years. Tate, you're a damn fool. You're gonna be next if you keep up that kind of talk. Melody, I think we've got a problem. Jesus Christ. What the hell are you doing here? Oh crap, good luck. Sorry, Melody. And that's our cue. Pardon us. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is this ridiculous thing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? She snatches the earbuds and throws them on the... How dare you touch me? Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. God. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look. I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? So you lied about Wayne. You were dating Sam Wayne. What happened to him? Oh ho ho, you're one to talk. You've got a lot of explaining to do. I need you to take what's going on right now seriously. I need you to take me seriously. So you lied about Wayne last night. Not only did you know him, but according to some of these people, you were seeing him. That's ridiculous. These people come up with all kinds of rumors when they're bored. I wouldn't believe a word they say. As if I even have time to date. To think I'd be dating one of my employees, of all people. I am incredibly strict about my boundaries. Who said that? I want names. Sure, Tate, Johnson, Isaacs, they were the ones who told me. Well, you think I'm just going to rat them out? Lies beget more lies. Last night you said you didn't know him. Now you're calling him an employee. Which is it? Tabitha, he's been following me. Why? How should I know? I don't know what these people told you, but I'm sure it's all bullshit. I don't involve myself with their lives. You think a bunch of minors on break are just going to be honest with a random stranger that wanders into their camp? You're more naive than I thought. I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come get you and do not move a muscle. Oh, and if you don't want to be followed by some weirdo, just stay home. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? I've been better. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through the hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly she's doing delinquency. She's probably fine. Kids will be kids. I'm going after her. We should call Isaac. What should we do? I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try to catch up with you. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sounds of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point toward the nearby mine. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. Oh, does nobody see the thing? The thing! Oh, I'm in front of the thing! The thing! After a collapse that killed over 100 people, the fact that he's just chilling there looking. He's lurking. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always been like this? I feel like I really missed out in my risk-taking years. I guess we should go after her, right? Maybe we should just wait outside. Yep. Yeah, let's head in before somebody gets hurt. Whoa, you sure you want to tag along, Neeks? I don't think I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Uh-oh. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yes. I certainly can't say I'm one for dark and stuffy places. This seems much more suited for a cat, if I do say so myself. I agree, Gretchen. Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or should I say the minor miners. I hate you, but I love you. Kanika visibly shudders. She just cannot. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead children laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some footage, part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Cold dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's going to collapse and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how the wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray to these depths. Every time I thought I finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for example. Stella turns her flashlight towards the alcove overhead.
Say, what's the big idea? Yeah, we was sleeping here. Shut the light off, you nosy bastards.
I am so sorry for my companions. Stella means well, I assure you. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. God, I love having the ability to talk to animals. That's perfect. I'm sure you're quite worried about me after my behavior last night, Melody, but let that interaction be assurance that my temper is most wholly under control. I wouldn't dare venture away from the safety of my Stella's arms in a horrible place like this. Oh my god, there are bats down here. I'm going to get rabies, aren't I? I'm going to get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mines. Okay, what was that? That was death. Of that, I'm certain. That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? The mine is collapsing, isn't it? We should hurry and find Rosalina. Y'all are being babies. We should hurry and find Rosalina. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Gosh, I wonder if those sounds are Tommy knockers. Okay, no. Tommy knockers are not real. They are not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommy knockers. It came from this way. Follow me. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. Oh, Kanika's gonna... her brother's gonna be in trouble. Is that a Bugs... Is that a... That is Bugs Bunny smoking a joint, high as fuck, flipping just... You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? I just noticed her nails. Oh my god, a queen. What the hell are you doing in here? You creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? It's a miserable place I've seen in my entire life. We're here to make sure you don't hurt yourselves. Your dad's looking for you. It's dangerous here. Who the hell are you exactly? Okay, you need an attitude adjustment. That's Melody, Tabby's cousin. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he has a right to be worried. What the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here. Duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now. So we had to find a new hideout, which you instantly found. So I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we could just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you guys have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you still look like a bunch of kids to me. Did you guys seriously sneak into an abandoned coal mine to drink canned margaritas? Ugh, we're barely drinking. It's not a big deal. Rosalina, you're 13, and I know the rest of you aren't much older. Young pups these days. Absolutely no respect for their elders. Whoa, y'all are way rowdier than I ever was at your age. How'd you even get a hold of that much booze? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. It is, in fact, incredibly irresponsible. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dig around in the abandoned mines? Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Nothing ever happens in this town. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Miles, don't try and twist this around your sister. I'd love to help y'all sort this out. Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? We should let the kids have their fun. If these kids want to make bad decisions, that's on them. If this is what y'all do for fun around here, maybe the ditchlings were kind of inevitable. Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? Oh, and what are you, an expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me, and he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe, and we can hang out here anytime we want. Becca's dad's right, though. Check out how sturdy this place is. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, that was the knocking we were hearing earlier. One of these days, I'll find a real Tommy knocker. Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. Jumping up to hit stuff is extremely 8th grade. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Okay, you're nice. Quiet, all of you. I don't care where your dad works, Becca. This place isn't safe. Just because these old timber struts have stood this long doesn't mean they'll stand forever. I'm not listening to what some sad 20-somethings have to say about where we're allowed to be. Hey, I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. Ugh, running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Anyways, Rosalina isn't going anywhere. She's better off here than at home. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. You know, I think she's like sticking up for her. Like, this is a good friendship. She needs to like get off her high horse. You know what I mean? No. Oh my god, did my dad tell you that? Yes. Why do you say it like that? It's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore, and he's lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can like say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Oscar actually invited us to check it out when we saw him earlier today. It could make for a fun, non-abandoned coal mine related activity. Just throwing that out there. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he could be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. There's nothing wrong with being a kid. She's 13. Teens aren't kids. That's just like a fact. And she's really mature and smart for her age. She's practically an adult. Alexis, aren't you 14? That's still a kid too. None of you even have bank accounts. You're all kids. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. Becca. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know? Okay, I like this girl. I don't like her. I rest my case. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. You're right. Treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? How do you know there isn't a ghost? Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There's no such thing as ghost. Oscar is just lying. I never saw any ghost, and I was there way more than he was. Yo, what if we break in and ghost bust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Thane, you can't ghost bust if there's no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't like break into her own house, dummy. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There's no ghost. Okay, we're getting off track here. Whether there's a ghost in Oscar's house is a question for another time, when we're not in imminent danger or immediate danger. And to ruin everyone's fun, the answer is probably no, there is not a ghost. Now I'm gonna drag my shithead brother back home and suggest you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any other terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then was it? Come on, Stella. Don't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mind noises? It's Tommyknockers, for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? No, she does not. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Are you kidding me? Tagging along with some olds to get jump scared by shadows and freak each other out? That's so lame. It doesn't matter if it sounds lame or not. We're not doing it. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. We're all leaving, please, before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. We hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Wink at Rosalina and gesture towards the hole. Don't go in that hole. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna hang back. Ugh, I knew you were too lame to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. Oh, alright. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm sorry. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneaking off. I noticed them sneaking off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Oh hey, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Oh no. No. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. Becca shouts from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Stop treating us like kids. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think we can catch up with them if we just follow their voices. Do you want to take these three out of here while Melody and I track them down, Neeks? Look, I know I made a bit of a fuss about not liking this place, but I'm not about to leave you two alone down here. What if something bad happens and I'm not here for it? What if you run into something totally normal down here and you think it's a ghost and I miss out on my chance to figure out what it actually is? If I don't escort you three knuckleheads out of here myself, can we trust you to actually leave and go home? Yeah, sure. I can never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot. So my time here's up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever. I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. What about you, Rosalina? Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. I think your dad would kill me. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Okay, sure, you can wait outside for us. Just be careful, right? Alright. Miles, Dane, and Rosalina quietly head back towards the entrance. Alright, let's get this over with. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. I don't want to be stuck in an abandoned mine playing cat and mouse all night. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Their teenage bravado will probably start to shrivel away in not too long, and we'll be there to help them safely and calmly find the nearest exit when that happens. Miles and Zane decided to leave as soon as the other three split. I'm sure Rosalina and the others are going to want to leave as soon as we find them. Right? Oh, don't worry, you guys. It'll be fun and safe. You call everything fun and safe. And here I am, still in one piece. I'm coming along, but I want to stress that it is against my will and better judgment. I'm coming with you, but it's because I want to come along, not because you're making me. Alright, let's do this. We can get coffee at Winnie's once we're all out of here. My treat. You and Kanika exchange a glance as Stella ventures forward. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. But Becca, why are we doing this again? We could get in so much trouble for this. We're doing this because I'm not about to take life advice from a YouTuber and a dropout. Whoa, that's so uncalled for. I didn't drop out. I'm going back to vet school as soon as my family doesn't need me here. I don't know. I think Stella is kind of cool. I like that River Runner video a lot. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. Yikes, are you okay, Kanika? That's a big deal. They're on like every big podcast. Thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I am so proud of you, Stella. You okay, Kanika? Yeah, it's fine. I just can't believe we have to deal with that Becca girl slandering us while we're sticking our necks out for her. God, I hate her. Normally I'd say she's just a kid, but wow if it doesn't have an uncanny ability to go right for the jugular. Let's just press on. You quietly press on. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I'm glad they're not talking about me. Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts, followed by another. Oh my god, the teens were right. I did get jump scared. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? Yeah, it's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mind sounds. Did you see that? Why are we still down here, Becca? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up! There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? What did they see? Tommyknockers, those poor kids. I knew. Can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded. What did they see? Tommyknockers aren't real, but there's a reason people think they make those sounds. And it's not a coincidence that the whole Tommyknocker myth is tied to mind collapses. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? I mean, we're still able to hear their voices. At the very least, we're all still heading in the same direction. Those poor kids. Is it too mean to call it karma? They've been making fun of us all night. At least now we'll probably be able to actually get them to leave. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. Lord, tell me when we aren't going down into that deep dark hole. It don't smell right. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty of fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that stupid crush of yours. She's just a dumb 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. Well, it sure sounds like they're down there, all right. You want to wait up here, Neeks? The climb down looks nasty. And I don't think I can climb down and hold Gretchen. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. That ladder looks older than all of us combined. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. I've got my paws crossed for you too. Stay safe, Melody. You walk to the ladder and climb down. Oh god. Hey kids. Oh great, the adults are here.
Thanks, Alexis. Real nice.
Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. You are so much braver. You don't need Becca to kick you around.
Excuse you?
No, excuse you, Becca. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to hang out with you. I just want to leave. I'm going to do that right now. Good for you, Alexis. I am proud of you, my queen. Whatever. This isn't fun anymore. Fine, we'll leave. Whoa, good job. As Becca and Alexis move toward the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. Finally, let's get the hell out of here. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. You find yourself stepping towards the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Hey, are you all right, Melody? Psst. Melody, are you all right? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you just conked out. She's okay, Kanika. Thank God. Okay, don't move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. Kanika and I are going to get you help. We'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. No. You raise up on your elbows, head still swaying from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Ooh. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and the many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. It's time to get out of here. Climb like hell. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. The knocking is deafening now, as if someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. To continue to push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. You manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit. You're okay. Thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show of friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No. Enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your stupid idea, and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't showed up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you. Should we go after her? No. Let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as a furious Tabitha approaches your group. Hi. I came as soon as I heard that crash. What the hell are you three doing here? I thought I gave you very specific instructions, Melody. Stay in one place while I finish my meeting. I was only gone for like an hour, and here you are at the site of a mine collapse. Tabby, come on. It's not Melody's fault. Stella is right. If this is anyone's fault, it's yours. You have an abandoned mine on your property that was barely even boarded up. It was only a matter of time until something like this happened. You're lucky no one got hurt. Are we fighting? Is she asking like, are we fighting? Who are we fighting? How dare you? It's not like I put up a big neon sign saying cool place for teens to hang. It's clearly not safe. Cool it, Tabitha. We're probably the reason nobody got hurt. Cool it, Kanika. I think Tabitha has every right to be upset. Cool it, everyone. Nobody got hurt. What's the big deal? The big deal is that you keep big deal is that you keep winding up in mortal peril. Stop putting my cousin in mortal peril. Come on, guys. What's the point of arguing like this? I know it can feel cathartic to point fingers and yell. What's it going to accomplish other than bruised egos? Everyone's fine. You're right. I'm going to get my car, and then we are going back to the estate, Melody. Tabitha storms off, and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. I can't believe you left me down there. Your vision. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I think I hallucinated down there. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just an auto-suggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. Melody had like a seizure next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because she passed out or had a seizure doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. Pretty sure I saw ghosts down there. Did you guys not see them? Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw the carvings. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old. Shadows of dead miners. They were right behind you, Stella, just before you all left. Did you guys not see them? That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, and I couldn't see anything down in that pit, but you might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actually bona fide ghosts? Stella. Are you sure? Those are Tommyknockers. Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened down there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. Not to be flippant, but that wasn't the end of our deadline problem, right? I think you're right. We've still got a lot of unanswered questions, even more than we had this morning. And we had a lot of questions this morning. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern, right? Didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You were incredible down in that pit too. What happens now? Looks like Tabitha's back. I better drive these kids home. Come on, it's time to go. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Melody? I'd really rather you didn't. If you're gonna run around almost getting killed every night, keep my cousin out of it. Your cousin is an adult, Tabitha. She can make her own decisions. Not while she's under my roof. Come on, let's go. Then I don't have to stay under your roof. As if to illustrate her point, Tabitha grabs your arm, dragging you towards the car. See you guys tomorrow. You can practically feel Tabitha roll her eyes as she drags you to the car. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. Try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I don't want to talk about Stella, and it's none of your business anyway. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Noted. How are you holding up? I don't think you want me to answer that question. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. Fine, maybe I'm not sorry. Did you hear me? I said I'm sorry. Her eyes fixated on the road ahead. I feel like the Kanika situation is just like, I don't want to push it. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's a precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Please just talk to me. Cut me some slack. Why'd you invite me here? It seems like you hate me. Why'd you even invite me here? It seems like you hate me. It's like I've caused you nothing but grief since the moment I stepped foot in town. I don't hate you. I'm just trying to get through the week, the same as you should be doing. I just don't want you to get hurt. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Tabitha turns and makes her way upstairs, her posture defeated. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. Can I visit my little friend? You collapsed in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even noticed the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture. This time they are staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down with dread at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread bawling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted on you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Oh God. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 is currently slated for late 2021, early 2022. Yes, it is 1:47 in the morning. Abby Howard and Tony Howard. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. I'm so excited to see where this goes. Looking forward to episode 3. I really am. I highly recommend going to play this yourself. Highly recommend getting the game. I'll leave links down below if you're interested. If you liked this video and enjoyed watching it, give it a like. Maybe hit subscribe, because I will be uploading every episode for this game. I'm obsessed. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.